What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt episode 6. The time is here. We finally got the next episode of this series, and it's on Gundam.info's YouTube page, so you can just go there. You can find the episode right away. And something that is a blessing as well as a curse in this series by it being an OVA, it's only 4 episodes. We only have limited time, and with that limited time, easily 5 to 7 minutes of every episode has been musical numbers. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing, because I absolutely love the jazz soundtrack that this series has, but the series is so good at the same time that you just want more. And I want more episode and less musical number. It sounds bad, but it's really not. It's just me getting that out there. And how about that impromptu jazz session between Bianca and EO? That was great. Probably the favorite part of the episode, how these two just came together and just started jamming out on the drums and on the piano like that. I'm really liking Bianca as a character too, because Gundam has female characters and they have strong female characters, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've had a strong female character in the forefront since Emma, way back with Zeta. So that was probably the last time we had a straight badass female character that was actually a central one here. And the majority of this episode was building the bond of music and battle with EO and Bianca in this episode. As we see, is not only she's a badass, she's a very smart and capable pilot. She also has like a lot of tattoos. Like she has tattoos all over her body, and she gets a new one for every unit that she goes to remember the fallen and remember the service that she's done. And she's just a cool character. I like her design, I like her personality, I like how savage she is on the battlefield. And we got to see the relationship building up between EO and Bianca in this episode. And again, it's another double-edged sword because we only have a limited time, so it kind of surprised me if they decided to use pretty much the entire episode to build this bondmanship and this relationship between these two characters. And I'm assuming we're going to get the same thing when we finally do get to Daryl, but we're already halfway through this season of Gundam Thunderbolt already, unless there's more on the horizon. So I absolutely love what they're doing. I love that they're building it up, but knowing that we have such a limited time, I don't know how I feel about so much time being dedicated to this. Maybe I want more action. I don't know what I want. I just know I want more Gundam, and I'm glad that it's here. And a lot of the questions are answered in this episode as far as the focus of what this season is, because it's like 8 months after the 8-year war, and the South Seas Alliance, who was this cult that we saw in the last episode, they're remnants of the Zeon army, and they actually have possession of that Zaku, that high mobility Zaku that Daryl had, and EO has been brought in by this part of the Federation to actually destroy that mobile suit. And now seeing the terrain that we fight on, the design that the Atlas has makes absolute sense now, because we were kind of wondering why it had this ski or surfer type of look. That's because they're fighting on underwater in this episode. They're fighting on snow, and it kind of surprised me how much of a disadvantage the Earth Federation had against the Zeon remnants in this episode on Earth and in this terrain, because everybody else was pretty much getting wrecked in this snow and this water. As a matter of fact, the Zeon were using the water and the atmosphere to their advantage to pretty much crush the Federation until Bianca took the field, and EO had to save her. I mean, she was very good at this battle. She just got overpowered, and she had to save him at one point under the water, building the things up between them again. But we got to see EO go in that Gundam using his full body, using his hands, feet, guns, everything that he can to be the ultimate battle person on this field. And it's making me like the Atlas Gundam even more. But our threat in this episode, because I won't say antagonist, because there are no villains in Gundam, remember that. It's two sides of a war and everybody's fighting on their same side. We're dealing with a person who, basically these people in this alliance or in this cult, they are fighting for like the people that they lost, and we can see how people deal with loss in their own ways. I mean, they had their own funeral, the Federation had their funerals for the people that they lost, and this character that we're focusing on in particular, I believe he's probably like a captain or something, he lost his family, so he's fighting out of anger, out of anger of losing his family and to see them again. So we really do get some dynamic, because you can kind of understand where he's coming from. Wherever there's war, there's always going to be loss, and that's the same on both sides. And the Zeon, they were giving the Federation a run for its money. I mean, even EO and both Bianca were both in hot water, and each other wasn't there for them. for each other in this episode. They both probably would have got done by this Zeon remnant that they went by. So it was a very quick episode, and again, most of the musical numbers, and I like the music in the series because it still has that old school Gundam feel to it with the jazz to it. But it seems like each episode we're really only getting about 15, maybe even 12 minutes of content, and the rest of it is like just music and just showing the atmosphere all around while people are having an awesome jam session. Not a bad thing at all, but again, with the limited time, it's like you just want to see more. You want to see less of it being Gundam Bebop chilling and more of the War Federation and things like that. So it's kind of a nitpick, but that's the only downside of this episode. Also, it feels kind of weird to be introducing us to almost a new cast of characters with, you know, Bianca, and there's a couple other people that we didn't get to focus on before, with only 4 episodes left, because they're not going to have enough time to build everybody that we're meeting in this series, and we're already halfway through it, and it looks like next episode we're probably going to get to the side of things with Daryl, who a lot of people, including myself, have been waiting to see, because yeah, we saw him in like the first episode, but it was just for a brief glimpse. So now that this whole episode was focused on EO and Bianca, maybe we'll get the same thing in the next episode coming out in May to catch up with Daryl, and then I guess the final episode is going to be their battle again. But if it's something else that I'm confused about again, is Daryl actually working for this remnant of Zeon? Because they have his suit and we know that he kind of broke away from Zeon, so maybe he is working for these people. I don't really remember. I would actually have to go back and watch the last episode, or maybe the first season again, but I'm just gonna have to assume that Daryl is with this South Seas Alliance, or this alliance, or this cult of Zeon remnants, and he's gonna get his suit to battle EO again. Either way, I know I cannot wait for it. So guys, once again, this episode is available on Gundam.info on their YouTube page. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. How are you feeling this second season so far? Do you feel they're wasting too much time? Is it just right for you? I know I absolutely love the music, but do you wish we had a little bit more instead of just being glittered with all the music that we have? And again, I know it's a nitpick, but with it having such limited time, I just want more episode out of it instead of the beautiful cinematography that we're getting with you know, just the music playing in the background and a whole bunch of silence and things like that. I actually want to see more dialogue. I want to see more Gundam battles, and then we can get to the music after that's all done. Maybe save that for the end. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments below. If you liked this video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's not a shortage of content you guys indulge on this channel. The next episode again is May 31st, so I will be covering that as well, and I'll see you guys then. On that note, as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.